What's good, y'all? Pastor Justin here, man. And today is a very special episode. We have a very special guest. I got a Chinese sister coming here today that's going to share with me part of her culture, how to use chopsticks. And I'm going to teach her a part of African American culture, how to dance. So you don't want to miss this episode where I'm going to investigate cross-cultural ministries and the importance of reaching out to minorities in your church. Who is it?
It's Noah.
Noah! Come, let's go to the door. Hey, it's Noah, everybody. Oh, yes, come on in. Look who's here. It's Noah. Noah's here with the red boots on and the gloves. That is very, is it snowing where you came from?
No, I just get really cold.
Get the boots. Look at the boots. And that's cool. It reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh,
except
thanks.
without the hood.
Should I take them off? I don't know.
So now taking your shoes off. Now why is that something that Chinese people do or Asian American people do, taking their shoes off? Or?
Yeah, actually, in most Chinese or Asian homes, it's just a sign of respect. You know, when you go to someone's house, you want to respect their home by taking off your shoes, and also, you know, keeps their house clean. Now,
what if you're Chinese and you want to respect the home but your feet is jacked up? Like you have like corn and knobs on your bunions on your toes, and if you take your shoes off, you can scratch up that carpet because your toenails is all jacked up, and you do like a cat clawing on the carpet. Now, would a Chinese person still take their shoes off if they know that their feet is stinking and their feet is all jacked up?
Usually in the house they have slippers, so those are for people who want to hide the stinky feet.
All the Americans listening, we don't know where that came from. We sometimes take off our shoes, you know, but we don't know the Chinese culture, the Asian culture, they take their shoes off as a sign of respect. I think that's amazing. We can learn from that as a sign of respect. Now, have you ever been in an Asian Chinese home and someone took their shoes off and you was like, dang! Oh, man! Because their feet looked all messed up? Have you ever experienced that?
I have not. Hopefully never, but yeah, not yet.
Have you ever talked about somebody like when they left, like, all right, bye-bye, see you later? Like, man, their feet was jacked up, dog. Noah, again, who's opened my mind up so much to Chinese culture. In fact, because I met Noah and she goes to our church, I'm more inclined now, I feel more encouraged to witness to people outside of my cultural background or ethnic background. So there's some Chinese people that live close to me, and now because I know Noah and I talk to her and got a heart for her a lot more, I'm more open and inclined to want to conversate with people that are non-African American. And I think this is the beauty of cross-cultural ministry. When there's other people of different cultures in your ministry, it makes you like reach out more. You know, and get a sense of companionship with other people that don't look like you. Noah is going to introduce me to some authentic Chinese culture, and I'm going to introduce her to some authentic African American culture. She's going to teach me how to use chopsticks, and I'm in exchange going to teach her how to do a couple dance moves that African Americans do. And that's what we're going to do. I know y'all excited about that. Oftentimes when you are the majority, or your culture, or your ethnicity is the majority at the church, you don't think about what it's like for other people that aren't the majority. What it's like when they listen to your worship or just being in your midst. And so is it a different experience? Because you go to predominantly African American church. So being an Asian American, what do you go through? Is it hard? Is it difficult? Do you feel isolated sometimes or uncomfortable sometimes? Like, what is your experience like going to predominantly African American church where you are the minority?
At first, honestly, I was really like nervous. Like I would just, before like going to like a Bible study, I would sit in my car like thinking like, should I go? It was like, there was a lot of like fear just from being you know, like judged, or I was afraid of people would like look at me and like feeling like they have to like talk to me, or feeling like you know, just feeling like awkward, I guess.
Right.
Which is completely wrong. Like once I got in, it wasn't like that at all. It was very like welcoming and just like a warm.
That's deep. That's deep. It's deep to know that, because I've heard of people that have been African American. They go into a predominantly Caucasian church, and they feel like that too. So if you're outside in your car feeling like, man, I'm kind of nervous, how are they going to receive me? and then you walk in and people don't show you love and don't really embrace you, it could contribute to those already preconceived notions that, man, am I in the right place? So I think it's a good, so what should people do to make people feel more comfortable that are the minority? So if you walk into a church for the first time and you're the minority, what can they do to make you feel more comfortable and kind of relax?
I think just like when they notice you go in by yourself, just really making an effort to talk to you. That's just like something I really enjoyed, and even just reaching out like, hey, like, you know, we're having this thing next week and you should totally come, like it's another like Bible study, and it just really shows that they want you to, you know, be a part of the community and want you to come out more.
That's good.
Instead of, I think the worst feeling is just like people just stare and then they like turn away, you know, and it's like, oh, like they notice me but they don't really want to talk to me. I think that would be like the worst, which I haven't felt at all at P4CM.
What do your friends think? Like your Asian friends, are they like, Nua, what are you doing? Or like, do they understand? Or like, you know, would they come visit a church that's not predominantly Asian American? How do your friends respond to you going to predominantly African American church?
They're actually really happy for me because they've seen me grow so much in like since I've been coming, and like they've been more open to the idea because I've talked about it so much, and it's also like shedding on those like stereotypes of what they have about like African Americans, and I just like really tell them how like loving everyone is, and I think they're definitely interested. At first they were like, okay, like that's your thing, you know, maybe that's for you, but I don't think I can see myself, you know, doing that. Have
you changed at all in regards to your cultural scope now that you go to a predominantly African American church?
Yeah, I think before, honestly, I was kind of like, you know, like nervous to talk to African Americans because I think I don't know about other people, so I might be like, I don't know, I kind of had this preconception that like they thought they were like really cool because, you know, a lot of times at my school I noticed like African Americans just like hang out together, and then I was like, man, like, and then even from like even my friends were like, oh, like they're like really cool, so I don't know if they want to like talk to us, and so I was always scared to like engage myself because I didn't know if they wanted to talk to me. But you know, now that I go to P4CM, I've talked to a lot of like African Americans, I just realized, you know, like they're just like me and they're down to earth and they're not gonna like judge me and think that they're like too cool to talk to me, because like no one really is too cool if you think about it.
Now, do you eat Chinese food? Now, is that your preferred food? You like to eat Chinese food?
Yeah, I do.
I don't eat Chinese food very often. I had a bad thing happen when I was a kid, and I think I told you on the phone a little bit about that. I had a bad experience as a child with Chinese food, and I'm trying to get past that. But we went to a Chinese restaurant when I was growing up, and my whole family ate the Chinese food. And by the time we got home, we all had to go to the bathroom. And my dad had to go to the bathroom, and so did my sister. And there's only 2 bathrooms in the house, right? And I had to go too, because I had the Chinese food, and my bowels was all loose, my bowels was weak, and they was in the bathroom for a long time trying to like get the Chinese food out of their system, and then I almost didn't make it. I'm just gonna be real with you and be transparent. I almost didn't make it to the bathroom. And then when I did get in there, it was hot already in the bathroom, and the fumes hit me, man, the fumes. The fumes hit a brother right in my nose. And I can still smell it today. Just singed up all the nose hairs. But no, okay, but for real, this is a true, I asked my sister, true story. My parents ate Chinese food and we all ate together for dinner, and it just ran through me. And so ever since then, I have a fear that if I eat Chinese food, it's gonna go in my bowels, it's gonna loosen my bowels up. And then I could be out somewhere and away from a bathroom. And the Chinese food can set in on a brother, and they can just take off on the brother. It can just loosen up all this in here. And your stomach gets just growling and moving around, and then I gotta go to the bathroom. So I always think when I eat Chinese food, I'm gonna have the runs. I know some people could be out there having a similar experience, and so I need to get over that because Chinese food does not do that to you, right?
No.
It's probably just the people messed up where we had that one thing. Your experience with Chinese food is good and it's healthy, right?
Yeah, it's really healthy, and I think a lot of times people think of it as, you know, typical like Kung Pao chicken, shrimp fried rice.
Right.
It's not. There's so many different just vegetables out there.
Now, is there any myths you want to clear up about Chinese food and Chinese people? She broke down some good myths that Americans believe about Chinese people. Is there anything you want to clear up about food, like eating cats and animals?
Oh yeah,
you know,
that
like
one.
dude, because we think sometimes people think that they think Chinese people they eat animal or they eat dog or something like that in the food. Like that's like a joke that I always hear. Can you clear that up, please? No.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that myth, it's not really a myth. It was true back in the day, like maybe, you know, when people were like really poor. And they, in like the countryside, I know that they used to eat dog. But that's when like there was no food at all. And they had to. Because they had to, like they had to survive. I've gone to China multiple times and they never have like, you know, dog on the menu.
What other stuff do Chinese, have you seen in China that they eat?
Oh man, like if you go to the night market, they have like this street food and they would have like scorpion on a stick. Or
It's on a stick, huh?
yeah, a lot of stuff on a stick. So fried insects on a stick. I've actually never tried it, but I don't know. I don't think I would, but because some people like it. It's a delicacy.
Like a cockroach is just any...
Yeah, you can get like 5 cockroaches on one stick and you just bite it off like that.
And they sell that?
Yeah.
Now some of y'all can go on to business because some of y'all got cockroaches at your house right now. You know what I'm saying? And you calling in Dewey and all these people to come exterminate. You can get them cockroaches and you can sell them cockroaches and put them on a stick and go over to China and you can come up. You know, we eat pig intestines. Now that's something nasty that we do because I know y'all tripping out with the insect thing. Would you eat a pig's intestine? It's called chitlins.
I've heard of that, but I don't think I've ever tried it before.
Yes, chitlins, and it smells like boo-boo. It's bad. And
then do you guys like fry it or how do you eat
it? We cook. I think we boil it, and it's these strips. It looks like it's pig intestines, and they put hot sauce on it and some black-eyed peas and. Shout out to Birth of Soul Food on Century and Western. Black folks eat a lot of weird stuff too. Chitlins, pig's feet, anything from the pig. Black folk, everything, you know, from the rooter to the tutor. That's what they say. We eat it all. We eat the pig.
To the tutor.
Yeah, that means we eat to the snout, all the way to the behind. Now, does that sound gross to you?
Yeah.
That's cool. See, we both have we both have things in our culture. To her, the insect is not gross, but to her, it's to us. Because we don't like insects here. But to us, chitlins, the pig intestines, isn't gross. But to you, the pig intestines would be gross. See? That's cool. So, is there another room that you want to clear up?
Yeah. Okay, no one eats dog these days. That's
over. Alright, do you have the chopsticks?
I do.
I've never learned how to eat with chopsticks, and it's going to be my first time, and then I'm going to learn how to eat with chopsticks today. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you have any food that you could...
Yes, I do. I'm going to get some food. Now, these look authentic. These are like the chopsticks you can put in your hair. You know, these look bad. These look like some good chopsticks. This is amazing. Look at the close-up on the chopsticks. Isn't this cool? These are like little pencils.
So what you do first is have it like hold it out like this, and then hold your hand like this.
Like a fire gun.
Yeah. And then this goes right here. And then you put your thumb over it. So make sure the two are on your middle. Yeah. And then you go like this. And then like this.
I can't.
Okay. How about
I'm gonna throw these chopsticks, man. This is hard, man.
Like this.
It's like a gang sign. Like all the crips right now. It's just like I can get if you gang bang, you can eat with chopsticks. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen somebody catch a fly with chopsticks? Have you heard of somebody doing that?
Only in the Karate Kid.
That's what I saw that too. Okay. I'm ready to try and pick something up. Yes! She taught me how to use chopsticks, and I'm going to teach her how to do some dance moves. And so then you can go back to your friends and family, you can show them the dance moves, and I'll show my people the chopstick lesson. And so I think we should probably move to the kitchen. The first dance move that I'm going to teach her, you ever heard the Cabbage Patch?
No.
You haven't heard the Cabbage Patch? She hear that? She has not heard of the Cabbage Patch, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to introduce you to the Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch Kids? Okay, never mind.
No, not Cabbage Patch Kids, but it's close. It's close. The Cabbage Patch. This is my gift to you, and starts off. You gotta make sure your feet are right and relax your shoulders. Shoulders. Okay. You get your hands like this, kind of like almost like you're riding a bike. Okay, and put them on one side. Okay, and then you're gonna roll. Why don't you watch me do it first? And then, okay, so you're gonna roll and bring it in. And then bring it out and bring it in. So when it goes fast, it's like this. Then you make all kinds of faces when you get good. You're gonna roll and you're gonna kind of go out with it. And then bring it in, kind of lean back. And then bring it back out. There you go. You're gonna lean in. And then, yeah, there you go. Then you start leaning. And you can lean. There you go. Yes! Now, the next one. The Running Man. Have you heard of the Running Man?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Have you ever done it before?
I've seen it on music videos.
Okay, must have been some. This is the Running Man, and I have perfected the Running Man. So it's difficult. You have to scoot back a little bit. Okay. This takes some room. Now I'm gonna demonstrate. And you can do the face too. And you can just move it around. When this one goes up, you're gonna, yeah. And then this one comes up, and you go back again. This one up, yes. Yes! Yes, that's it!
Darkness into the marvelous light. Waves and chains, switch lanes, gotta ride everything in the rear view mirror out of sight. Now I ride or die with the most high. So glad he picked me up from the hill.
I think there has to be ways that we can break into the Great Commission and do cross-cultural ministry without getting bogged down and tied into our cultural comfort zones. So hopefully this video encourages you to go out and to reach out to people that are in your ministry that are not the majority. Whether you're at an all-African-American church or an all-Caucasian church or an all-Asian-American church, there's somebody probably in your church that is a minority in your church. And you never know how they could be feeling. They could be feeling left out. They could be feeling like people don't care about them. They could be feeling kind of insecure or nervous or scared. And if you reach out to them and seek to learn about their culture, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Pastor Justin Cox signing out. Any last words?
No. 再见, which is goodbye in Chinese.
How do you say that? What's
再见.
再见.
Yeah.
Is that right?
再 with the Z.
再见.
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 Close.
Talk to y'all later. Peace.